If you are a Disney and Pixar fan, then you know that both studios love to fill their films with a ton of Easter eggs and callbacks to other movies that came from the studio. And with Toy Story 4 coming out, I made a ton of notes and pointed out some of my favorite Easter eggs that I found. As far as spoilers go, I will not be talking about any plot points, but I will be talking about some of the sets and environments that our characters are in, so if you find those to be spoiler worthy, then this video is not for you. But I'm just going to be talking in generality, so if you want to know some things to look out before you go see the movie, then stay tuned. And while you're here, if you are a Disney fan, be sure to click subscribe because that is all the content that I do around here. Without further ado, here are some Easter eggs that you can find in Toy Story 4. I was happy to see that with some of our flashbacks with Andy, that some of our favorite Easter eggs returned, such as the Mickey Mouse watch wall clock, as well as the Bugs Life calendar. We spend a few scenes inside of Bonnie's bedroom, and she has a built-in cabinet, and on top of that cabinet, you can see a couple of pink birds from Pixar's short For the Birds. Inside of a classroom, we get a few more Easter eggs, one being a lunchbox featuring the dinosaurs from the Toy Story short, That Time Forgot. And on the interior of the classroom, if you look above the door as well as on a bulletin board, you will see some flower cutouts that look a lot like Bing Bong's flower pin. If you've seen the trailers, then you know that Bunny and her family are on a road trip in an RV, and during this travel montage, they actually stop to eat at Poultry Palace, and they stop to gas up at a Dinoco gas station. The Second Chance antique shop that our characters spent a lot of time in was established in 1986. This is painted on the window and is in reference to the year that Pixar was founded. The carnival across the road from the antique shop features a logo that is based off the clown from the super old Pixar short Red's Dream. You can see him a few times throughout the film, but you gotta be really quick. Whether this was intentional or not, Bonnie wears a few hair clips throughout the film, including a ladybug and a slice of watermelon, which I think could be a direct reference to Francis and Heimlich from A Bug's Life. Happy to say that the Pizza Planet truck makes its famous cameo, and I really think this is the most interesting way they've input it in a movie. It makes its appearance in tattoo form on the back calf of the guy who's working the carnival game that Ducky and Bunny are at. Speaking of that carnival game, the guitars that you can win as prizes feature the same guitar head that you can find on De La Cruz's guitar from Coco. At one point, Bo Peep Sheep bring her the grape soda bottle cap as seen in Up. And there's another really quick grape soda sign that you can find inside the antique store. We also get a reference to Combat Carl. Combat Carl is the toy that our characters see Sid blow up in Toy Story 1.
Oh no, it's a Combat Carl. What's going on?
The antique store itself is full of so much stuff that it's really unsurprising how many Easter eggs that you can find throughout. One being the famous painting of dogs playing poker features Doug. A few characters also go inside of a pinball machine where they are greeted by Tin Toy from one of Pixar's earliest shorts. The inside of the pinball machine is full of a bunch of different toys, and two are referencing Star Wars. You find one toy in a robe, and he is constantly chopping off the hand of another toy. This is a direct reference in Pixar originally being a part of Lucasfilms. The antique store features a lot of shelves. During one pretty lengthy scene, you'll find Woody and Bo Peep on the top of one of those shelves. Up there near the projector, you will find boxes of film reels for Lifted, Knick Knack, and Wally Bees. There's a few really wide shots, and if you look behind the main cabinet that is in the center of the antique store, you can find a pretty small Pizza Planet rocket. Gabby's cabinet in the middle of the room features several plates, and one of the most frequently seen features a center design based off the travel-themed pin found on Up's villain C.F. Muntz. There are also some license plates scattered throughout the store. At one point, we get close enough to see that one is located from Carb County. That is in reference to Carburetor County from Cars. And inside of a cabinet, if you blink and you will miss it, there's a really tall jar that features Eve from WALL-E. On the left-hand side in one wide shop of the antique store, you can find a Casey Jr. cookies box as seen in Bug's Life. You can also find the chessboard to Jerry's game and a pretty obvious shot inside the antique shop. You can see the two-tone brown checkerboard. Back at the carnival, the carousel runs over a can of lard, and in A Bug's Life, where Flick first meets our circus bugs, also takes place in a can of lard. There are two pretty fun Easter eggs in regards to the carnival games. One is called the Squirrel Derby. That is in relation to Doug from Up.
Squirrel!
And my absolute favorite Easter egg in the entire movie is a carnival game called Dragon Zone that features Figment, the mascot of Epcot, because of Pete Docter. Look that one up. And lastly, during the credits, the carnival moves to the town of New Stanton Beach. This is in honor of Andrew Stanton, who was a writer for Toy Story 4. This definitely just scratches the surface as far as Easter eggs in Toy Story 4. Believe me, if you've seen it, there are so many things to look at that there are going to be dozens more than what I just listed. So let me know your favorite one that I mentioned. If I missed any, let me know down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.